everybody, my name is Mosquito, and today I'm making this video in hopes that you'll be interested in my new virtual reality video game called Splat. Some games have you finding fake animals and creatures, but mine, you're finding real creatures, bugs to be precise. The slogan is, gotta catch 'em all entirely. I had to add that last word for legal reasons. Anyway, each bug kit comes with a bug guide, bug catchers, and a glass of milk. Oh, wait, no, my grandma wanted me to drink this. Oh, I better do it, she might see this video. Delicious. Today, we're gonna do another demonstration on how to play the game. These state-of-the-art bug catchers help you find all kinds of bugs, which is a goal of the game, but the ultimate goal is to find a bed bug. Today, we're in my grandma's backyard. It's huge. Oh, I've got a good feeling about today. It's like a tickle all over. Wait. Oh, that's why I felt that. Wait, I think I spot something. I can't quite make it out, but it looks like a bug I've never seen before. It has a lot of hair and big eyes and... Oh, it's Amanda. This is my cousin Amanda. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for lightning bugs.
Have you seen any?
Well, it's a little hard because it isn't quite dark yet, but I think there's a bunch over there.
Great. All right, gang. Gotta catch 'em all entirely. Here we go. I feel good about those tosses. Let's go see what we got. An autographed baseball card of Babe Ruth. This is worthless. Let's see what's in this one. Aw, it's my baby picture. Wasn't I adorable? Let's see what we have in here. Oh, it looks like we caught something. Let me check my bug guide. Dolphin? No. Aha! We got a lightning bug. You know what's cool about lightning bugs? They shine even in the darkest of night. They fly around and spread their light wherever they go. Lightning bugs are awesome. Did you know that Christians have a light too? Jesus is our light, and in a world that's dark because of sin, we carry Jesus wherever we go. It's neat that this little bitty bug can shine a big light, just like little bugs can teach big lessons. Well, I didn't read it anywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's lightning bugs that you can eat. Let's give it a try. No. Well, I may have gotten that fact wrong. Ugh. But I do know this. Today in your lesson, you're going to learn about how you can let your light shine for Jesus. Well, I'm off to find the bed bug. Gotta catch 'em all entirely.
Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Cynthia. Thank you for joining me. We're going to continue our series today on bugs, and today we're going to be focusing or relating our Bible story to a lightning bug. Okay, so today's Bible story is found in the book of Exodus, chapter 34. And so you see, Moses has been leading the Israelites for quite a long time in the wilderness. And so you might remember that the Israelites, they tended to do a lot of complaining and fussing along the way. And so you can imagine how tired Moses must have gotten at times with everybody just complaining and griping and, having problems with what they were doing. And so Moses wasn't exactly a young man, boys and girls. He wasn't young anymore. And besides that, he was constantly dealing with difficulties and problems that came as a result of being the leader or leading the Israelites, right? And so Moses knew exactly where he needed to go to receive the strength that he needed to keep on leading the Israelites. And so it's the same place that you and I must go, right? Into the presence of God, boys and girls. And so one day Moses returned from spending time up on the top of a mountain talking with God. And so when he returned, there was something different about Moses, right? After he spent time with God on the mountain, there was something different about him. And the people noticed that Moses had a strong glow on his face. And so this glow that radiated out of, his face was because he had spent time talking with God face to face, boys and girls. He had spent time talking with God face to face, and the glory of God was so strong. When he had spent time with him, it was so strong that it radiated all over Moses's face, right? And so because of that, there was no doubt, absolutely, that Moses had spent time with God, because that was the only thing that could have caused such a glow on his face. And so the glow of God was so strong, boys and girls, that the people couldn't even look at Moses directly in the face, right? God's glory and just his power was so strong on that glow in Moses's face that it glowed so strongly from being in his presence, and it hurt their eyes. So the Israelites couldn't even look Moses in the face, right? And so then when Moses left God's presence, he put, he was glowing. And so he had to put a veil over his face so that he could talk to people, so that he could approach people and be close to them, because that glow was so strong. So he kind of just put a covering over his face, right? It's a veil, so that he was able to approach people. And so boys and girls, from that point on, whenever Moses went into God's presence to spend time with God, he would take the veil off while he was in prayer. And then when Moses left God's presence, he would put the veil back on his face, so that the glory and the glow of God was not too strong for the Israelites, boys and girls. And so today, like I said, the firefly or the lightning bug. I'm sorry, not the firefly. The lightning bug. That's how we can relate our Bible story today. Okay, so let's think about our Bible verse today, our power verse, and it's found in Matthew 5:16, and it says, the Word of God tells us, Matthew 5:16, "Let your light shine before men. Let your light shine before men." So, boys and girls, can you imagine what that must have been like? What it would be like for it to be so obvious to everyone, right? To everyone around you that you had been in God's presence, that everyone around you could literally, because you were glowing, could literally see that you have been in God's presence. In your lesson today, boys and girls, you're going to learn that each one of us can have this kind of experience in our own life, right? And so now, I don't mean that your face is gonna glow, that you're gonna glow in the dark, or like Moses did, but you will learn, boys and girls, that Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the light of the world, boys and girls. And if Jesus Christ lives in you, then you'll be able to shine. You'll be able to shine your light in the dark, okay? In this dark world. And so we're talking about the lightning bug, right? And so the cool thing about the lightning bug is how it lights up at night. Okay, so if you've ever been out in the woods or somewhere where there's a lot of tall grass and just a lot of nature around, in the darkness you can see just little green lights flying around, and those are lightning bugs. Okay, and so even in the darkest night, boys and girls, you can see the lightning bug from a long way off, right, from far away. And so we also, just like the lightning bug, need to shine our light in the darkness. So you see, boys and girls, this world, it's such a dark, dark place, boys and girls. And I don't mean it's dark in a way that, when it's nighttime, it gets dark. Of course, when the sun goes down, right, it gets dark. No, I mean, it's dark in a spiritual sense, boys and girls. The world is dark because of sin, because of all the wrong things, all the bad things that people do, right? And I know maybe you're thinking, well, what are you talking about, Miss Cynthia? We have the sun, right? And it produces a lot of light. And boys and girls, well, that may be true, but like I said, we're talking about, we're not talking about physical darkness between night and day, right? Like the sun and the moon when they come out and the light that they produce. We're talking about spiritual darkness, boys and girls. And so in the dark, it's difficult to see. You may want to try it at home. I don't know. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. If you turn off the lights, and you try to look around you, you can't see because it's so dark. Even though you have your eyes open, there's no light shining in there for you to be able to walk around and see what you're doing, right? And so when it's dark, it's hard to know what's going on around you. And boys and girls, in this world that we live in, sin has brought darkness into people's lives, and dark because they don't have Jesus Christ in their hearts, right? They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to live a life that, or to live the life that God planned for them. And so, boys and girls, that is why God sent Jesus Christ into this world, boys and girls, so that he could be our light, right? And so Jesus is the light of the world. And Jesus told us in John 8:12, I am the light of the world. Not me, right? That's Jesus talking. John 8:12, I am the light of the world. And boys and girls, when Jesus came into this world, filled with darkness, filled with sin, he stood out. And you know why he stood out, boys and girls? Because he carried the love of God in his heart, right? He carried the love of God wherever he went. And so, pretty much, boys and girls, without Jesus Christ, this world is a dark place. So it only makes sense, right? That if Jesus Christ is the light, he's the light of the world, then without Jesus, the world is a very dark place, right? And so Jesus came, boys and girls, to shine the light of truth, into the dark world of sin. That's why I always tell you guys to be honest. No matter what, you always have to be honest, right? Because living in lies is like living in darkness, right? So, and you're not shining Jesus's light if we lie, right? And so he came to shine the light of truth in this dark world of sin. And he gives us the same ability, boys and girls. When we ask Jesus Christ to come into our hearts and to be our personal Lord and Savior, boys and girls, we invite that same incredible light of Jesus Christ to shine through us, right? So it's not a choice like today I'm going to shine my light. If you belong to Jesus Christ, boys and girls, it's not a choice of whether you shine your light today but not tomorrow, and then 3 weeks from now you decide to shine your light again. Boys and girls, we have to shine our light every single day, just like Jesus Christ did when he walked this earth and he brought light to everyone that he met and everyone that he spoke to. And so it's our responsibility, it's my job. Responsibility means like it's your job. That's what you were created for. It's your purpose, right? It's our responsibility as believers in Jesus Christ. If we love Jesus, boys and girls, we have to shine his light in the dark, right? Jesus told us in our power verse today, that we have to let our light shine before men, right? And that doesn't mean before men, like only men. It means before everyone in the world, right? Before boys, girls, men, women, before young people, old people, just everywhere that you are, the light of Jesus Christ has to shine through you, right? And so the rest of the verse says, so that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. So that means if people see you shine your light, like I told you last Sunday, if they see you shine your light, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that person is different. And that person seems so strong. And that person seems so joyful and happy. I want what they have. And so they will see your good works. They will see your light. And then they're going to get to know Jesus as well, right? They're going to fall in love with Jesus Christ just like we have and follow him. And so we have to live our lives in such a way, boys and girls, in such a manner that that people can see the difference in us, right? And know that Jesus Christ has made a difference in our lives and is changing us, you know, day by day. And so, you know, many girls, many girls and many boys and just many people, they don't realize that it's their responsibility to shine their light. You know, it's our job. And so they think maybe that, you know, that preachers, oh, well, you know, I'm not a preacher, so I can't shine my light as good, you know, because that's a preacher's job to shine their light. Or maybe the Sunday school teacher, you know, well, that's her job, you know, to talk about Jesus to everybody. And, you know, other spiritual leaders that are supposed to be the ones to point others to Jesus. No, boys and girls, it's everyone's job. If you know Jesus Christ and you know about Jesus and you love Jesus Christ, then guess what? It's your job to tell people about Jesus, you know? And so it's all of our responsibility. You know, I've told you guys before, we're a family, we're a team Jesus Christ, right? And so we have to tell everybody about him. And so many kids, you know, many children, maybe you think that, oh, you know, I can't really do anything for God. You know, I'm so small or I'm so young. And boys and girls, you know, sometimes they think they can't shine their light because of how young you are, you know? And so that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Remember, I've told you before, you know, you always belong, no matter how big or how small, how young or how old you are. God can always use you, and there's a purpose for you, right? In God's kingdom. And in Team Jesus, there's always a purpose for you, right? And so, boys and girls, you can be the light in your neighborhood, right? I'm sure you have friends around your neighborhood. You have neighbors and you have other children that you play with, you know, and you can tell them about Jesus, right? We can start off small and just tell the people that we know personally about Jesus, right? That's how we can shine our light. And so, boys and girls, just you can show the love and the light of God in this dark world. Please remember that, you know. And I'm going to encourage you today to go shine your light, boys and girls, because you are special. You are wonderful. You were created for a purpose, and that purpose is, you know, to live a life filled with Christ and to live a life that will shine his light. And so let's remember our power verse again. Let's go over it. It's found in Matthew 5:16. And it says like this: let your light shine before men. And by men, that means everyone in this entire world, right? Everyone that you come across, everyone that you meet. And it doesn't say, you don't have to say, hey, everybody, Jesus loves you. But guess what? They're going to know Jesus by your actions, right? By how you behave, by how you act, by how you treat others, right? By the things that you say, by the things that you hear. You know, by the things that you watch, they're going to know you like that, right? And so you can let your light shine in that way, okay? So today, boys and girls, my prayer is that you let your light shine in your home, in your schools, and in your neighborhood, okay? I love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday.